Hey y'all, it's Natasha at Woolly Shire Farm. Tomorrow, which is May 8th, marks 1 full year since I went home and discovered that my mother had advanced stages of dementia. Like came out of nowhere, out of left field, right? Isn't that the saying? I drove. So how did I know? How did I know to go home? It wasn't a scheduled time for me to go home. Her text messages were getting weird and they were repetitive, but my mom lives in the sticks, so I also thought like I'm getting good signals, so she's gonna ask me how I'm doing 10 times a day. It's okay, it's just the cell signal. I answered almost every time, and it's always been tough to get a hold of my mom. She's always just been a busy person. And it isn't like you could call me here on my cell phone and I get signal. Where she lives, it's very tough for her to get signal. So if she's not in the house, you're not getting a hold of her usually, right, on her house phone. And either way, so I had my brother 3 weeks before I went go up and check on her. And during that time, she was having a hard time finishing her sentences. She forgotten vast parts of her life. Her house was atrocious. There was just something off. So I made arrangements and I drove to Arkansas, which is about a solid 2-day drive for me. I stayed in a buddy's in Knoxville. And I want to tell you about when I arrived. It was Mother's Day. How cool, to go home on Mother's Day. Yeah. So I get there. I get to my mom's house and she's not there. Her vehicle's not there. But, my mom has been dating a gentleman for about 30 years. And she goes over there every day. So I was like, oh, she got tired of waiting on me. She left. But then I was all like, I don't have a key to this house. Am I going to have to crawl through the doggy door? Fortunately, she left the door unlocked for me. And I went inside. Now, I've watched episodes of Hoarders, when it first came out, reality TV. And, man, it wasn't that bad. It was bad. But it wasn't like dead animals underneath garbage or anything like that. But it was weird collections of stuff. And like my mom wasn't taking her animal feed bags. They were empty. But they were in the house. And there were trails through the house. And it also smelled. It smelled like cat pee. And the litter box was full. It was horrific. And it was embarrassing, even though no one was there to see this or experience this with me. And I was alone. And I went to my bedroom, which was, the walls were the same. My basketball posters, everything was the same. My bed wasn't cleared off. It was just full of stuff. And I really thought I was going to have to sleep in my car. I don't know, but I did have a blanket and everything, so I just started cleaning this stuff off the bed, and I just knew my mom would be home in the morning to feed her dogs and chickens and stuff, so I was like, I just need to sleep because I've been driving. I need to sleep, and I didn't sleep very well. I didn't sleep at all, really. I cried a lot, and because I didn't understand why she didn't ask for help. But she didn't know to ask for help. And then I was also freaked out because this house hadn't been cleaned in a long time. And so about 3 a.m. when I couldn't sleep anymore, I was like, I don't have any sleep aids. I usually have no problem falling asleep. I just go to sleep and stay asleep. But I was like, maybe she's got some Robitussin, right? And so I go on Robitussin, and I found like a 6-year expired Robitussin, and I was like bottoms up. And I took some of that, and I might have slept for an hour or two. But fortunately, my mom came home before 8 a.m., and I was outside just, I was just outside. And when I see my mom for the first time, she recognizes me. You know, we're about like 100 feet or like 50 feet from each other. She recognizes me. Her clothes look dirty. Like, she obviously had not been bathing, and unless she had been working out in the garden, she wasn't changing her clothes. And she was, I mean, it's May, and she had like a knit beanie cap, her winter coat, a sweater, jeans. I mean, I could see it bright as day, and it didn't make any sense. But my mom came and hugged me, right? She came and hugged me. She didn't smell or anything, just maybe just a little like, I don't know. She didn't smell though. It wasn't like, oh, she was still putting on deodorant, fortunately, and brushing her teeth. But we went to my room because that was, you know, the bed was the only piece of furniture in that house that was clear enough to sit on. And we were talking, and I told her why I was home, as nicely as possible, that, hey, I just don't think your mind's working right. And what was sad to me was she kept apologizing that my bed was not cleared off for whenever I made it home. And it's okay. I mean, that's what I said. I didn't berate her or anything, nothing crazy like that. I just told her it was okay. I was able to clean it off, and I didn't tell her I got horrific sleep or down Robitussin in the middle of the night. She knew that it wasn't right, the bed, but she didn't have the know-how to get it clean. And then the moment that stuck with me the most, besides when I first saw her, right, in the driveway, was when she said, "What is your name?" My mom didn't know my name. She knew me, but she didn't know my name. And I told her my name. My name's Natasha. And she said, damn it, damn it. She knew she was supposed to know my name. And I told her I had made an appointment for her with the local doctor. I had made that a couple weeks before I came, and we were going to go because I didn't feel like her mind was working as it should. And she seemed to take that pretty well. She didn't forget my name while I was there. Again, so that was nice. And we went to the store and we got cleaning stuff to try to clean her house, and I bathed my mother after we got back home because she hadn't showered in I don't know how long. Her toenails were overgrown, and it was terrible. But she didn't fight me. She let me bathe her. She bathed herself still, but I helped facilitate the shower. But we had to clean her bathroom so we could get to the shower. And after, I had all these grand plans. I was going to help her organize her house, and I was going to do all these things. But I had to focus on getting her proper care because I don't live in Arkansas, and even if I moved her to my house, it wouldn't be enough proper care because she was so far along. So we cleaned that bathroom, and then I said I went and got a hotel room. I had planned to stay that week or however long it took, right, at my mother's house. But it wasn't, the air quality, everything wasn't where it needed to be. Yeah. So I told her to go to Cletus's. I'd meet him at dinner, right, at the Huddle House. That's where they go every day. At 4 p.m. they go to the Huddle House. And I checked in a hotel. And I kind of wanted to lock the door and just walk away from that whole scene. I wanted to get in my car. And I remember talking to Tommy on the phone that I just wanted to come back home. It was so scary. It was really scary. I wanted to come back home. And I had made jokes about what I would find when I went home. Not like sinister jokes, but like, I don't remember the jokes, but I remember not thinking it was going to be like this, and it was. It was terrible. And I really thought that my mom would have passed away by now. She's getting close. Don't get me wrong, she's getting close. But while I was there, my mom was disintegrating in front of my eyes. She forgot how to text while I was home. And that's how she mainly communicated, was text. She had forgotten my brother within 3 weeks of seeing him. That must have been terrible. I didn't get to experience that face-to-face, which I'm thankful. I experienced it over long distance or phone calls. But I don't recommend it. I don't recommend this experience in life. You know, they say that everything happens for a reason, but I don't know what the reason is for this, and I would change this about my life. So, it's been a year. It'll be a year since I went home. And gosh, I don't know how I was going to make it past the summer. The summer was really hard for me when I went back to Virginia, right where I live, and I got help. I'm in therapy, and I talk on there a lot. Obviously, it's therapy, but a lot of you have also been very supportive, telling me your stories or just being a part of this. So I want to thank you. Bye, y'all.